Welcome back to the Doug and Commish Show, our final matchup of Week 5. We've got the 3-1 Trash Talk at the 2-2 Hipples Nipples. And let's go ahead and get started. I will say this, there's still some controversy of whether the Commish is actually, or Steven is actually playing with himself here, or if he's, if trash is Nips, if Nips is trash. We're still wondering that, but
nobody is wondering. We all seen Chris Hipples Nips at the draft. He's his own individual. He is his own person.
Okay. Well, anyway, let's get started. Matt Castle against Dallas. Eli Manning against Oakland. Manning is questionable, but really against Oakland, he could be questionable.
Yeah,
he could be doubtful and probably be fine.
And I still love you, Eli, even though I let you go.
I think a revenge game here is going to happen for Eli against you, but Matt Castle against Dallas. Dallas secondary isn't that great, so I think this could be fairly. I think it could go either way. I'm going to give the edge to Eli, though.
I'm going to give the edge to Eli as well. And the only reason that Castle could be a good play here is because the same reason last week. The Giants bent them over their knee.
Mm-hmm.
Castle got some courtesy points against the prevent in the fourth quarter. Look for that to happen again.
All right, Steve Slayton against Arizona. Chris Johnson against Indianapolis. Indianapolis's run defense can be good and it can be bad. It's kind of hard to tell which one you're going to get. Steve Slayton against Arizona. Steve Slayton finally starting to come out of his shell.
Yes, he needs to hold on to the ball.
Yeah,
a little bit better than what he is. But look for these two to carry Trash to whatever they do.
Okay.
Every week, Trash goes as his RBs go.
Okay. Marshawn Lynch against Cleveland, great matchup. Although Marshawn Lynch, his first game back, had 8 attempts for 4 yards, which is very, very poor. And then you've also got Noshawn Reno against New England. Question, why isn't he playing Glenn Coffey?
Word on the street is he might later in the week. Glenn's a newbie rookie and didn't really play that well last week. And apparently is having a hard time adjusting to the speed of the NFL.
Okay.
Lynch has a great matchup. Moreno, they're 4-0, and he's a big part of it. And then they might not have Buckhalter. So he's got 3 good matchups, really, that he could choose from.
All right, let's go. I think, you know what, I'll probably give the edge to Trash Talk here. Although I wouldn't be surprised if Lynch and Moreno put up good numbers.
Give it to me.
Wide receivers, Santonio Holmes, Pierre Garcon, and Mike Sims-Walker. I really like these matchups. I really like these wide receivers. So I think as far as the wide receivers go on Nip's team, I think we're going to be a little bit surprised at the numbers these guys are able to put up this week.
I love Holmes. I stated it earlier. Holmes is the type of wide receiver that the loins can't stop. Speedy, shifty, talented. Holmes is going to have a big day. Garcon, I don't know. He could have a big day or he could have 5. It's tough to say with him because Manning loves to throw it around. They'll probably be, what do you think, running the ball by mid-third quarter?
Probably.
And kind of icing that game out.
Okay.
Mike Sims-Walker, he seems to be a number 1 legit threat.
Seems to be legitimate. Another good waiver wire pickup by the Nips.
He's done some good stuff with that roster.
On the other side of things, wide receivers, Bernard Berrien, Calvin John. All right. I need to apologize to Bernard Berrien. You know, Bernard.
Talk to Bernard.
Bernard, I apologize to you. You sucked for 3 straight weeks. You dropped the ball for 3 straight weeks. You didn't have a lot of targets after 3 straight weeks. But week 4 against me, you decided to step it up, and you did. And the commission's prediction did come true of you beating me. So I apologize. No hard feelings. Although I wouldn't mind seeing you get hit in the face very, very hard. But that said, we'll move on. Bernard Berrien, Calvin Johnson.
Good matchup for the Bernard.
Yep. And but I'll be honest with you, I don't think Bernard actually gets that many points. I know I just apologized to him. I think he stays under double digits, though.
I like it when you say stuff like that because that's what ruins fantasy football teams is that kind of talk. You stick with your players. You stick with them. And Bernard Berrien will have a double-digit game again.
Okay. You don't have anybody in that last wide receiver tight end spot. Are you scared, or do you not know how to work the rules?
I understand the rules. I've given this one to Bill Parcells and Bobby Knight, my quality control team. I don't know what to do with that third wide receiver spot. I've gone through Bess. I've gone through Stuckey. I've gone through Lee Evans, some Bobby Wade.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't find somebody to take that third wide receiver spot and make it their own.
Okay. So you're not going to tip your hand and see, or you don't really?
He might not even be on my roster.
Wow. All right. Well, let's move on. Tight ends: Owen Daniel, Kellen Winslow.
Winslow blows.
I think Winslow, although he had a great couple weeks at the very beginning of the year, his team's terrible.
He blows.
Yeah. So we'll give the edge to Owen Daniels here. Jets at Miami, Ravens against Cincinnati.
Down with the Wildcat.
Good luck with that. I don't think that's going to happen.
It's going to happen, baby.
I think the Jets will be right around 2 points, and I think the Ravens will get probably around 5 or 6. So, yeah, 2. Anyway, what do you think this game comes down to?
Trash's dominance in the Flint Greater Open.
The Greater Flint Open.
The Greater Flint Open. Trash has been a mainstay at the top of that Lombardi division, and it's just, he's not going to be anything less than that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going with whoever is in that wide receiver tight end spot is going to be the difference for Trash, whether it's Bess or Lee Evans or Wade. Just like the prophecy of Bernard Berrien, look for whoever that is to lead Trash to a victory 88-80. And if I get one of these again,
that thing is disgusting.
That's not right.
And I think that the league should be set up for fines for that.
If I get one of those right there, I'm gonna spit it out.
That is enough. That is terribly disgusting. And I think that he should be fined. Stop. I think he should be fined.
Rip it off with my mouth.
I think this has upset special written all over it. I think mainly it has upset special because, well, you're Eric Hipples nipples. And so, therefore, I think that you want to keep the competition at a decent pace. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go on a limb and say Eric Hipples Nipples beats Trash Talk here by less than, I'm going to go by 6 points. And we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, Nipples will decide that he wants to put in a kicker. But who knows? Maybe your blank wide receiver tight end spot and his blank kicker spot will even each other out. So,
sure.
Anyway, that is it for the Doug and the Commish Show, Week 5 edition. We'll be back next week with some more matchups. May all your fantasy players be studs.